My name is Erin Alexias and I'm the Allied Health Manager for Feros Care. My role as the Allied Health Manager is to look after our allied health team, which is comprised of physiotherapists, exercise physiologists and occupational therapists. Reablement means to me to empower someone to achieve their goals, regain their confidence and independence in their life. One of my clients that really stands out to me with regards to Reablement is this wonderful client. She's one of those clients you just want to take home with you. So delightful and lovely. So when I first saw her, she didn't really know what physiotherapists do. She didn't really know how I could help her. I talked about her goals and she's like, oh, I'm not really sure what you can do for me really, because I've done exercises before, you know, she's seen physiotherapists before. Essentially, as we were talking in her home, I noticed she had this amazing garden. And it's one of those gardens that just have every single little bit of flower. Over here is where her veggies are. Over here is where passion fruit like vines and things. It's all little interesting flowers just absolutely everywhere. And I asked, you have a beautiful garden. Do you get out there much? You must tend to it every day. And she said, oh, no, I don't really. And I said, what? Why don't you do that? And she said, oh, so I have a condition called macular degeneration and I'm slowly becoming blind. So what macular degeneration is it's an eye condition where the optic nerve is affected and patients slowly lose vision in the peripheral of their eye. And essentially, if you think about what you're seeing in front of you and the world is just slowly getting blurrier and blurrier and blurrier until you only have a very small part of your vision left in the middle of your eye. So unfortunately, there's not too much treatment for this condition. So this was eventually going to make her 100% blind. When I was asking her about her symptoms, I did a quick test to figure out how severe her symptoms were, to have a look at her field of vision, and I realised it was worse than she thought. We got in contact with Vision Australia to see if they can offer some solutions or some ways that she could still get out in her garden and still be able to see the wonderful flowers and be able to know which parts of her garden she could tend to. Because of course she's been out there for 30 years. She knows every single inch of this wonderful, wonderful space. Vision Australia helped us with some strategies of finding posts about 1 metre high with different colours on them that we could place around her garden. So she could look around her garden and see the very brightly coloured sticker that's on this post and know, great, my roses are here. So I know what to feel for and I know what to concentrate on with my roses. And she can also use the posts to walk around her garden and know where she is in that garden as well. Essentially, what this meant for her is rather than just concentrating on her balance and her strength, which is what the referral was for, it was very much more of a holistic approach to her care of, okay, well, we're going to work on your balance so that you can walk around your garden safely without any falls. We're going to work on your strength so you're able to get down on the floor and stand up again so you can tend to your garden, and as well as using some of those strategies from Vision Australia to be able to re-access her garden and be able to tend to the wonderful flowers that have given her so much joy throughout her entire life. At the end of the day, this is just one less service she needs, one less thing someone else can do for her, and something that she can do for herself that brings her endless joy. The steps that I took in her Reablement journey was first finding out what is important for her. Because having a Reablement focus to clinical practice is starting with the end goal, the big picture, what's important, what gives her life meaning. So through our conversations and questioning of what's important to her, I found out it was the garden that was important to her. It wasn't really being able to walk up and down steps. It wasn't really being able to cut food in the kitchen. It was getting to the garden. I could then break down, all right, what are the different exercises I can work on to enable you to get to your goal? So I instigated a home exercise program to work on her balance so she can walk on that uneven setting in her garden. It was also working on her leg strength, working on her coordination and practicing getting down and standing up again. So it's about maintaining that strength she had to be able to do that so that she could bend down and tend to her garden. She needed to practice moving her head and her body to be able to focus that field of vision on what she needed to concentrate on, essentially go through the functional retraining of how to see. It was really emotional for her to not be in that space. She's tended this garden for over 30 years. She's put so much love and care into every single plant and the placement and how it looks and how it feels. And imagine that just being taken away from you. So the outcomes for this particular person was being able to bring back her hobby again and to feel confident and to feel safe transversing in that garden, understanding that she won't have a fall or she's less likely to have a fall in that garden and need one less service meant the world to her.